Hey, missed that music here. Welcome everybody back to another episode of Game on Night. It's been a little bit since we've seen you guys, so we're happy to be back. We're happy to be here. I am Moss Money. Of course, I got another show on my screen there. I got to switch that up, and I got my guy with me, my partner in crime, my homie, my bro, my brother. Be humble. What's up, bro?
My man,
What's
100
good,
grand, man. We back, man. It's been a minute,
man?
Uh, not a lot of noise out here, but it's some things that's rattling,
Yeah, yeah.
in these streets that we can talk about.
For sure. Always something in the streets. Streets is always watching, streets is always talking. And thank you guys again for joining. If you're new to the channel, if you're new to the show, I want to first thank you for tuning in, hitting that button. You like the thumbnail, you came on in, you like, what's these boys talking about? Well, I'll tell you what we're talking about. We're talking about all kind of hot topics across all sports. We try to stick to any gambling stories if we can. If we not, we talking about hot stuff. We talking about Joel getting benched. The Steve Kerr know what the hell he's doing. We're going to talk Paris Olympics. Simone Biles versus MyKayla Skinner. Jordan Love, we got a lot of good stuff going on here, man. So I can't wait to get into it. But if you're new, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Come on and join the party for the best nighttime show around right here on Gambling Nights. All right, without further ado, let's get into it. Let's get into the show. First topic of the day that we got here. What the hell is going on with U.S. basketball? Now, they did win today, right, against South Sudan. So it was kind of a big deal. But I just want to ask you, bro, and ask the people out there, man. I'll give you the kind of quick rundown. They clinched this victory today. They played South Sudan again, who gave them that scare where they won 100 to 101. Today they took care of business, 103 to 86. Jason Tatum was in the starting lineup, and we'll get to who wasn't in the starting lineup in a second here. But looks like a pretty good game across the board. Bam Adebayo led them with I think 18-7, and I think behind him, where everybody was complaining, who stunk, has been one of the bright spots on this team, Derrick White, doing things and doing big business. But hey, man, we want to say he's the mad scientist or whatever, but what the hell is Steve? Does Steve Kerr know what he's doing? Is there a method to the madness, bro? Kind of let me know what you're thinking here about what's going on with the U.S. 2024 basketball team for the Paris Olympics.
Yeah, man. That's a when I first seen it happen, and I'm like, damn, Joel went from starting center to DNP.
Yeah.
Second time this happened with the USA team. First was Jason Tatum with the DNP in the game one, game
Yep.
two with Joel Embiid. I mean, I guess he has a recipe for winning right now, and this is the formula that he's going with. They are winning. They are handling their business,
Hmm.
and they handily are winning these games with no concerns like they were previously. I think Durant is a big upgrade into that lineup. Obviously, he came off game one and pretty much dominated. I think that followed over with his imprint in game two. My thing is this, man. I get there are a bunch of stars on this roster, but there's also levels to it. I know Joel hasn't been playing well within the U.S. Olympic team,
Hmm.
even in the preseason. I think even during the first two games, well, he didn't play this game, but first game, not great. But I think he is struggling a little bit in international play. It is a different game, so it does take a little bit of adjustment. But with that being said, I mean DNPs though, bro.
Right.
Like, you can't find 5 minutes. Some people are like, well, what's the use of getting 5 minutes? For risk of injury and all that stuff like that. And yeah, I get your point. At the same time, bro, I don't want to be on the bench with my jacket on for a whole game. But I guess it's strategy. I just rather Steve Kerr comes up front and says these things, so it doesn't look as bad as just player just being DNP'd. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, hey, listen, our strategy going forward with this game would be we're gonna run small and da 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 da. So it might be limited minutes for certain players, something like that, so we can kind of know, okay, it's part of the
Yeah.
strategy, just not like a DNP. So
So
Jason
he did
Tatum,
say that though. He did come out and it
yeah,
was said.
post though.
Yeah. What do you suppose? What do you think you're supposed to just say it in the beginning so
I'm
they can
saying, yeah,
adjust?
like I'm saying, let the USA people know, like, hey, I have a strategy. These are our strategies. Every game is going to be different. Minutes are going to be different for every player or for some players throughout this tournament. Let us
Yeah.
know that aware. So we're just thinking like, what happened? Like Jason Tatum getting DNP'd is crazy. And let me give you a quote. This is what he said today, or this was reported today.
Right.
He said, "You win a championship, new contract, NBA 2K25 cover, Sports Illustrated. So after all this, is definitely a humbling experience. This is in reference to him being DNP'd in game one. So these dudes feel some type of way about it. It's not like
Oh
it's
yeah,
just
for
like,
sure.
oh, you know what I'm saying? So when you on a bench, especially game one, you a champion, you know what I'm saying? Just got this crazy contract, like he said, and I'm getting DNP'd and Derrick White is getting 17 minutes, 20 minutes,
Cooking too.
going
Cooking.
ham. And
Cooking
I got
too.
bro, and I get a DMP. I didn't even sweat. I didn't even step on the court. That is kind of crazy to me. So
Cooking.
listen, maybe you got a method to the madness. We ain't here to please everybody, but I still think it's a respect level of, hey, maybe I know Bam was cooking, so maybe Bam cooking today kind of cut into possible minutes for Joel Embiid. But you can find 5 minutes on the court for him to at least stay warm. You know what I'm saying? Well, in that case, just put him on street clothes. Put him in street clothes, say rest. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not really overreacting to Joel being benched. I kind of think that he kind of. I mean, I know Steve Kerr covered it up in a way and said, they went with the smarter lineup, they went with the quicker lineup, and that's kind of obviously not Joel Embiid's forte. But in my head, to be real with you, bro, like I look at it like I feel like Joel could have came out and said like, "Yo, I'll take the seat." You know what I mean? He's getting booed everywhere he go anyway. Everywhere that man going out there is getting booed, whether it be from Cameroon, whether it be from the crowd in Paris. Like he's literally the most hated athlete, I feel, in
Mhm,
Paris.
mhm.
Like you
Yeah,
don't see nobody else getting booed but him. Like it's crazy.
yeah. I think
Every
they
game
feel
is an
like,
away
yeah,
game. So mentally, I mean, it probably wasn't a bad thing to let him take a seat. You know what I mean? They're going out there, they're fighting for the country, and he's an American. He's doing it for his son, he said, because his son is American. Honestly, I think he just want to win. Be real with you. He want to win something in his basketball career. You know what I mean? And I think that I wouldn't surprise me if down the road, obviously I won't say nothing down the road, if he kind of pulled Steve was like, yo, man, I'll take the hit this time. I mean, honestly, that's somewhat what leaders do,
right.
in that situation where like, you know what, you got to make a choice right here. I'll take the seat this time, and then we'll just rotate it. Like it wouldn't be surprised if guys start coming like, yeah, you know what I mean? Like I'll take the seat this time because they're gonna bomb on Puerto Rico. I think they play Puerto Rico next.
Yeah, that should be a pretty easy win. So people are, a lot of I went to another group chat, had the same conversation, and they're like, I'm cool with it, and I am ultimately cool with it too
Yeah, I'm
because
cool with it too.
Embiid's a Sixer, and we know his injury history,
And you
and we
see that
know he's not
motherfucker do that block and fell down,
right.
roll over. I'm like, bruh,
Correct.
like
So we
come
got
on,
that on our
dog.
mind. We thinking bigger things, but I think this is an opportunity. First off, I don't think Joel's in shape. I don't know what's happening. I done seen him a couple times walking from the hotel to the bus and not looking like he's in the best shape. I know it's the off season, but it is what it is. So hopefully, what's happening is that he's able to kind of take, even if we are going to win, right? We should be getting a win. He'll get that winning. He'll have be a part of a winning,
Culture, yeah, for sure,
culture, right? So hopefully he can learn something
absolutely,
from this process, learn from these greats that he's going to be around. If he can absorb that, I think that can kind of follow into his season, coming up. Especially with Paul George now coming in to kind of help us out, to kind of get us over that hump.
yeah,
So I know that that was a big moment for like guys like LeBron James, early on in the USA basketball team when it was with Kobe. I know the same thing with like Michael Jordan when he was playing with Larry Bird and Magic. Like those are big moments of like who's next up and kind of taking that the winning culture and how we can take it to the next level. Hopefully that can carry on for us in the Philadelphia Sixers. But Kerr must has a secret sauce. Hopefully he doesn't have no issues moving forward, and we should be champions or gold medalists and soon.
Yeah, not with that roster. That roster is ridiculous. Speaking of that, what's better, them on the Dream Team? Was that '94?
I'm going with the dream team, man.
Going even when it hurt Larry.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Like that '94 dream team is crazy.
Everybody was Hall of Famer, right? Not one, not except for
Besides what Christian Leitner. Yeah.
except for Leitner, right?
Yep.
Everybody was a Hall of Famer on that team except for Leitner.
hmm And
I don't
everybody
know.
was pretty much in a prime. Like you had, well, either in their prime or just about like going out their door, but they were like peaked at some point. So yeah, Mike coming up, Magic and Bird kind of on their way down, but they were
Yeah,
still like, what I'm saying? So yeah, I would go with the '94 because this
because what's the start? What? Let me see. What's the,
like
the the starting five for us is Embiid, Bron, Steph, um, Durant, and who is so Steph is the one. What's Bron playing? Three. Durant at the four. Who's your shooting guard?
for who?
I mean, we're such positionless basketball. Like if you put who's the five? Who's the starting five?
For us right now?
Yeah, for us right now.
You got LeBron.
You got
Is
Bron.
it Drew? Is it
It's
Drew
got to it's
starting?
got to be Booker. It's got to be
Well,
Booker.
Booker started today. I don't think he started
Okay.
game one. So I think it was Drew, LeBron, uh, Embiid. Um,
It would definitely be Durant if he was healthy.
Durant.
Durant.
Durant started.
Yeah.
Yeah, Durant started. And I'm
Yeah.
missing
So
one.
Durant, Bron. Then we're gonna have to repeat this joint like three times. So Embiid, Durant, Bron for sure, and Curry are your four.
Curry. And then I think Drew has started the first
And
game.
then it's either
And then
Drew, but
Booker started game two. Yep.
yeah, and then it's either Drew or Booker
hmm
against Magic.
Alonzo Mourning.
No.
The
Alonzo
94.
started.
You said
94 Alonzo started.
you said '94. You mean the first Dream Team? What Dream
Yeah,
Team are
the
you talking about?
first, the dream team.
So the first. So that's what 90. That's 90 Dream Team, right?
Yeah.
Uh,
No, they were 90. But Scotty and Mike, that was like 94
no, 94, 92, 92. So
or 92.
92 Dream Team. Let's see.
It was Magic, Mike, Bobby Barkley.
All right, here we go. Oh my God! Come on, stop. You had Mike,
Yeah. Scotty, Bobby.
Magic, Charles
Magic.
Barkley,
Yeah.
Chris Mullin, John Stockton, Karl Malone, Clyde Drexler, uh, Scottie Pippen, Larry
So
Bird, Patrick Ewing, David Robinson,
and
and
probably
Christian
David
Laettner.
Robinson. Yeah, I don't know. I think I like this one better.
You get the fuck out of here! You tripping?
I'm just talking about. I'm talking about the five. The 5-on-5.
5 on
My,
5. What?
they're gonna have a hard time defending this team. I'm saying it's too much. Who you putting on Durant from that
Well,
from
we
that?
talking about verses. I'm not. Let's not talk about
If,
verses. I thought you're saying teams. Like
oh no
what's
no
the
no!
better?
I'm talking about the starting five. If you put the starting 5-on-5, who you putting on Durant? Or
uh,
I guess you
What
could
do you
put.
mean? You can put Mike in it. What do you mean? They
What
all
you
strapped
mean?
down. You put Scotty. But Scotty Pippen would probably
No,
guard
he too
guard Durant.
small.
Why would he be
He
too
too.
small?
Yeah, Durant like 7 foot, dog.
But he's gonna
Durant's like a
but
legit footer.
he's playing a 2 or 3.
You know what I mean? Legit. You know what I mean? And who's guarding Bron? Barkley? Barkley too small.
I mean, it's hard to say because the games are different. It's just a different game. I can't really put the teams up against each other. It's just a different
I don't know, man. I like
like
I
matchup
kind of
matchup wise. But if you tell me
matchup wise.
who's better at the positions, right? Like if we say who's better at the positions, are you? I'll say who you taking? Who you taking? Are you taking Mike?
Of course, I'm taking Mike. I'll take
Okay,
Mike over
so
everybody.
so it's gonna
That's not
be
even a
so,
question.
this was gonna be it's gonna be Mike or LeBron. Who you taking?
Well, of course, Mike.
Okay,
LeBron is a
LeBron
close
is off.
pseudo.
So there's LeBron's off, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, um you taking
Magic or Steph?
Matt you taking Magic or
I'm taking Steph.
well no, it'll be a point guard. So it'll be Magic or Drew or Booker.
Okay, Magic.
Right. So that's Magic,
Yeah.
right? You
Everything
taking
else, Charles or
you
who?
take you taking Charles Barkley or I guess it'll be who's that who's the four?
Is he? It's got to be Durant.
So you're taking Barkley or
Durant. I'm taking
you
Durant.
take Durant.
Yeah.
You're gonna take Curry, right?
I'm gonna take Steph, and
So
I'm gonna
then
take Embiid.
over Patrick Ewing and David Robinson?
Hell yeah.
Not this Embiid. I don't know.
Oh
Not this
yeah.
Embiid. This
He
this
would get it.
USA.
Boy.
I might go Pat
Pat don't got no shot
or
against
David Robinson.
Embiid.
Not against. We're not talking about against. We're talking about the way they play.
The way they play.
The way Joel Embiid is playing right now for USA basketball.
Give me
not
Embiid over both them boys.
Not Joel Embiid for the Philadelphia 76ers.
No, give me Joe over both them boys.
Mm-hmm. I don't know.
Give me Joel over both them boys. The only one they really got is Mike. That's what I'm saying. Like it's Mike and maybe Magic. Maybe Magic.
Mm-mm. I mean,
like,
you still got Clyde, you got Clyde Drexler. Like even going past that.
Now, once you get Nobel Award Prize that said the bench is separation, which is facts.
Mm-hmm.
That's where you separate is the bench. But the starting five, I think is this year's. And it's because of Durant and Joe because they're both 7-footers. That's where the difference is. They ain't never seen nothing like Durant back in.
I don't know for this USA team. If for the way Joel Embiid has been playing for this USA team, I'm going with the 92 Dream Team.
Yeah, I don't know.
If I'm getting Joel Embiid that we know, then of course I think Joel Embiid is one of the best big men to ever play. But
for sure.
If I'm taking this Joel Embiid that I'm seeing out here playing basketball, international basketball, I don't know, my guy. He's struggling.
He only played one game. Yeah.
I mean, I'm talking about throughout the whole process, he's been struggling. I might even go Charles Barkley. Barkley go ahead and get you. Charles Barkley gonna get you about 20 and 12.
I love Charles.
He gonna get you 20. He gonna get you 20 and 12.
He will. He will.
On any level, on any basketball court.
He'll give it
to international, panational, kernational, alational. He gonna give you 20 and 12.
Charles was underrated on the low because he probably was the second best player on that team.
Right,
which is crazy.
We even talk about Bird. I mean, we even say Bird.
We don't got to talk about Bird. Bird had pom poms on the sideline and a backpack. Like, get the fuck out. We're talking about Bird. Bird was washed. Bird got on that team because of respect. That's it. You know what I mean? Dream Team winning rebound battle. Pistol to my head. Probably because rebounding was different back then.
Yeah, that's why I said we can't go versus each other. It's just different.
Yeah.
The game's different. It's more spread out. I mean, bigs were big. These bigs aren't big. You know what I'm saying? Like, this was different.
It's just tough. Like, I don't see how Durant couldn't defend anybody on that team just because of his length.
And that was a young Chuck too. That was a young Chuck.
I know it was a young Chuck.
Out of Auburn.
Magic said, "Oh no, don't do that, Chuck. Go down there." He said, "Woo." So, don't let Carl do that to you, Chuck. Oh no, sir.
And then look at this Dream Team too. 96 Dream Team. Barkley, Grant Hill, Anthony Hardaway, David Robinson.
Them two. We're not talking about that Dream Team.
Scottie Pippen.
Come on, man.
Mitch Richmond, Reggie Miller, Karl Malone.
Stop it.
Stop it.
Stop
Gary
it.
Payton, Olajuwon. What you mean? Shaq and Olajuwon.
Stop.
Who's a better big right now? Shaq or Olajuwon? What big is in?
That's Orlando Shaq though. That's Orlando Shaq. That ain't Lakers Shaq. That's Orlando Shaq.
What's the difference?
What you mean? What's the difference?
Orlando Shaq and Lakers Shaq? What you mean? He both took him
You
to
don't.
the chip. He
That's the.
took both
I think
teams to the
that's the
chip.
difference. You don't think there's a difference between Lakers Shaq and Orlando Shaq?
Of course, he's older. He's a great player, but Orlando Shaq ain't no slouch. That's like a
No,
young
he's not.
Barkley.
He's not. I'm not saying he was. I mean, I'm not
What
saying he's
big?
not.
Are you taking AD over Shaq or Olajuwon?
Hell no.
Are you taking Joel Embiid over Shaq and Olajuwon?
Good question. I knew you were going to
No,
ask that.
no. That's why you said good question. No.
Good question.
And are you taking Bam Adebayo over Shaq and
Of
or
course not.
Olajuwon?
Of course
Right.
not.
That two right there are going to dominate those questions.
That's just inside though. Everything else outside, I like. I like this team.
And then Reggie. Then you got Reggie and Curry. That's a wash.
Didn't even think about that. Mitch had a J too. Don't forget about Mitch.
Yeah, Mitch definitely had a J.
You know what I mean?
This is the pure John Stockton over Drew Holiday. This is John Stockton.
Man,
You know
fuck
what I'm
John
saying? That's
Stockton.
going to get the dom, the 2.0, I guess, of Derrick White right now. That's
Don't nobody care about no damn John Stockton.
come on, man. You got to give them boys credit.
Man,
I love
hear
90
you.
basketball. I wish I watched. I wish I watched more of 90 basketball. I was a little bit younger.
Yeah, I watched a lot of '90s basketball though, for real.
Like early 90s, like you know what I'm saying. Like
Yeah, no, I
sometimes
did. Yeah, I like the. I love a ton of '90s basketball. All right, next story, and let's stay into Olympics in Paris and what's going on right now. Any reactions so far right now with what's going on now? I know track and field hasn't started yet. I believe they start. I believe coming up this week. I think the 100 for women's, where Shakira Richardson should probably obviously be in the odds-on favorite. Should probably look that up. I could probably find out what those odds are for the 100-meter, and then who was it? Noel Lyles, I think Noel Lyles. Is for the in the fourth. He's running a 200 and I believe the 100-meter race as well. So that should be coming up. I know people have been watching and people have been ready for that and that battle. I think the Jamaican bull has the fastest time this year, even though Noel Lyles is won in the trials, I believe. So anything that you've seen, and I'll get into for those who are watching. You ever wanted to know how much these players get paid for gold? We got a full list of what country pays what, so just stay tuned for that. But any kind of quick hits or anything that you've seen from so far from the Paris Olympics you want to talk about, that anything cool stuff? I got one cool stuff. I think probably, obviously, we all know about the picture on the attempted assassination of Donald Trump, how that picture was captured, and probably is a picture year. But there's a picture from the Olympics from a Brazilian surfer that was probably kind of really dope. I'll show it. I actually have the video. Yeah. I've never seen the video, so I actually found the video of the picture, of the full video of the picture of how he did that. So please stay tuned, stay locked in. We will show that. But before I get to that video, anything from your end that you've seen? You said you've been watching. Anything from, and we'll get into the gymnastics. We'll get into some, Simone Biles and all that. But anything else that kind of like left field that stuck out to you so far?
Nothing crazy. I mean, I'm saluting to the USA Olympic teams out here. They're really doing their business early on in the Olympics. Obviously, I think we're leading in medals right now.
Though. We're leading in medals, not gold.
We're leading in medals, right? So we're not.
I think Japan is leading in gold.
China, I think China is right now at 9. France 8. Japan 8. Australia 7. Great Britain.
We only got
6.
what, 5? Is it 5 or 6?
Have 5. We have 5. Yeah. But we have 30 medals. That's big. That's huge for us. So I'm looking at that, and I'm really proud of that. I guess one team that surprised me was the men's gymnastics. I thought they were awesome.
They won gold.
Team. They won bronze.
They won bronze. Okay.
For a team. This was the team event, which we haven't done since 2008. Long time since we medaled. So I was very happy to see that and seeing how they kind of came on the story, how it worked out, and then they had a specialist on the horse. He kind of like led them to that medal, that bronze medal. So
That
I
was
thought
a
that was a
brother,
cool.
right?
No, it was the guy that suffers from an eye disease, so he wears glasses. So he like
Oh, is
took
that
the
the cart?
glasses.
Is that the cart bull they were talking about? The bull who takes
Yeah,
his
yep,
glasses off.
yep,
Okay,
yep,
I know
yep.
what you're talking
That was a
about. Yeah, yeah.
cool story. Um, but they all did well, man. The brother did his thing too. I think today I did see him fall today. I think it was on individual on the horse.
Mm.
I was at dinner. I was kind of watching it from afar. So I don't know how that happened today as far as men's gymnastics. Obviously, the women's gymnastics dominated with one of the best Olympians of all time, and our girl Simone Biles. And I also thought one thing was a little bit disgusting to me is them swimming in that goddamn river after all those reports of all the fecal matter and trash and polluted water it was, and they
Oh
still
wow.
jumped in that water today. So that was pretty nasty. And then the big cool thing was obviously another great Olympian, and that's Ledecky, breaking Olympic records for gold, and I think she won the 1500 meters by a half a pool length, which
That's
is
crazy.
insane.
That's crazy.
At her being her age at 27. So salute to those Olympians out there doing their thing, representing well in Paris.
Yeah, so let me show you guys the video of maybe and possibly the picture of the year up there, obviously with the Donald Trump picture. Um, this is the picture of the Brazilian surfer who seems like he's walking on air, as they say. So let's take a look.
He has first priority, second times with red, waiting on the second score for red. Time
So,
about 22 minutes remaining.
he's already saying he had the biggest score in the last 5 or something here. Like 5, got 5, up. And there's the picture right there, captured right there up top. You know, pretty crazy though to get that picture the way that he did and to have that timing, a little bit of luck that happened and he was able to catch that shot. So I thought that was pretty dope. And then getting more into what these boys and ladies and women get paid, which is kind of crazy to see. I want y'all to tell me in the comments, man, what y'all think US get paid for winning the gold medal? Like just a guess about what the United States of America pays their athletes for winning gold. I didn't read too much into the details of it. My assumption is that you got to get paid something just for gold. I don't know if you get paid anything else for any other medals, but we'll go through the list of countries of what actually gets paid for gold. I like it. 60K out there. Not bad. Not a bad guess.
I mean,
Not a bad
I
guess.
would probably guess that too. 50K, 60K.
50, 60K. A quick Rolex watch. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
Quick
something.
Rolly. You know?
I mean, a lot of
Uh,
them get a lot of sponsorships too off of it too. So that
yeah.
starts their career.
All right. So let's start with the first one. France. They get 85.9.
Wow.
Right. There is the United States. 37K. You cheap bastards.
Jesus. I
Jokers
wonder
just
how
cheap.
like how is that like how do they delegate that? Like what,
Sponsorship, probably. You know what I mean?
37,000?
37. And they probably pay taxes on it. You know they pay
Oh,
taxes on that thing.
oh. I would like to hear more stories about the 37.5.
Yeah.
So
For
what is everybody else doing? Oof.
Serbia getting paid almost a quarter mil.
Wow, we got 37,000.
Yeah, right.
Now, is that
Right.
because maybe we are a part of a lot of sports, so maybe it's a budget of maybe
I
that's what it is. Maybe
guess
because some of these teams aren't all like Serbia is not in a lot of games, right?
possibly.
So maybe that's why they have a lot of money to kind of share. Maybe that's what it is. Well, let's see. Let's keep going because I don't know. Maybe other teams.
Spain about 100K.
Spain's probably in a lot of stuff.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Austria, nothing.
Dang.
That's why she holding the silver. Right? It ain't even worth it. It ain't even worth the gold.
Mm.
The medal might be worth more than the paycheck.
Facts.
Italy gets something.
Damn,
Almost
almost
200.
200,000.
Yeah, almost 200,000 for Italy. Canada, cheap ass. BBL Drake, man, what's up? Here's the banger though. Hong Kong.
So is
Give me
that
a
China?
milli.
I guess it's China, right?
Yeah. Give me almost close to a
Damn,
milli. Right?
that's a
Hong
hell
Kong.
of an achievement too. Jeez.
But they're so strict out there. Like you could be from China, but you got to be from that actual, you know, city.
Oh, you have to be from Hong Kong.
Yeah, it's like Hong Kong. That's what is. That's what I'm thinking.
Oh, okay. So Hong Kong is paying their winners
Their
760.
winners, exactly. Hong
Okay,
Kong is paying their winners. It's not like China. Like Hong Kong is paying their winners.
got you. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
hopefully, maybe these hometown heroes get back and they might get a check from the city that they live in.
Well, you know China a little funny, man, because you been like when Yao was back in the league, I think he had to give half his contract to the Republic of China, if I'm not
Mm,
mistaken. You
well,
know what
that's
I
what
mean?
happens when it's a dictatorship there, right?
Yeah, for sure. Yep.
You got to pay them taxes, baby.
Yeah.
You got to pay them taxes.
Yeah, you got to pay the toll
You want
man.
you want to go
Toll
out
man
there?
always there to collect.
You want to go out there? Come on, you got to cut this check.
Yeah,
Got-
toll man always there to collect.
Hey,
Always there to collect.
there's a
You know
lot
what
of
I mean?
folks in the USA that look like they voting and want to be a part of this dictatorship. See, see if they get taxed in when if that really happens. Maybe. Anyway, we won't get into politics.
Yeah, I'm about to say we can leave the politics out of here. Kind of crazy what's going on here. But when you talk about politics, let's keep politicking though.
Mm,
Simone
I like what you did there.
Biles and MyKayla Skinner going at it. So the story reporting is that former Team USA teammate MyKayla Skinner blocked Simone Biles after an IG caption because there's a video that has been reportedly taken down by MyKayla Skinner's team and herself calling today's team a lack of talent, lazy, and not skillful bunch of women who actually just won gold, by the way, as a team. I didn't have any of the chance to grab the video. I did watch and listen to the video. You know what? Maybe it was taken out of context. When you put things on social media and when you come on this social media game, it is a tough kind of business because once you make an opinion, you put it out there, it is open for everybody to take a shot. And especially if you're somebody and anybody with any type of name or any type of credibility, you be sure you always got somebody who want to say something who's going to bring you down and hate you. But the one thing I don't like is just the timing. I don't understand. You help me out here, bro. And even those in the comments out there who's watching us right now, like why? Like why tear your former team down? Were you giving an honest opinion because you might be there and you understand, obviously the works gets a little bit easier. They don't have to go to the ringer maybe like you did. It's like that with every generation. But like, shouldn't we be supportive? Like there's so much divide. Like you talked about, we want to get in politics, but there's a divide in race, there's a divide in politics, there's a divide in wealth gap, there's a divide in religion. Like there's a divide everywhere right now. And this is just a pure example of how we're still divided, even in team sports, which is supposed to bring everybody together
Mm-hmm.
regardless of what you look like, what your size is, whatever the situation is, it's supposed to bring everybody together. And you still got somebody in the stands who's not even on the field, who's not even in the game, talking, which is crazy to me.
So
So,
just a
yeah, go
little
ahead.
clarity on MyKayla. So this seems to be a report that came out in the interview prior to them going over to Paris. So I think it was her opinion about this Olympic women's gymnastic team, and she did say, and I quote, "Besides Simone, I feel like the talent and the depth just isn't what it used to be. I mean, obviously, a lot of the girls don't work as hard. The girls just don't have the work ethic. So she must know something maybe about the inside of this organization that the USA team, women's team, probably weren't looking that great or looking that sharp or wasn't putting in the work. So she made an opinion about it. And what happened was they end up actually busting ass out here and doing a thing. And that team that she spoke about won gold. And Simone, although she was excluded from this discussion, defending her teammates, saying pretty much what she said was lack of talent, lazy Olympic champions, pretty much being sarcastic back to MyKayla, like, oh, well, this
Of
lazy group
course.
just wanted, we're now champions.
Yeah, like she. I mean, Simone's the captain. Like
Mhm.
you can't be on the outside talking about me and my teammates. Like
Right, right, right,
regardless,
right.
yeah, regardless of the person who's on the bench or who's the starter next to me. Like I'm gonna defend my guy. It's like you. Like if somebody came to me and started talking smack about you, I'm gonna defend
Mhm.
you to the end of the earth. Like, come on, like
Facts,
we not gonna do that. Like that's
facts,
my guy. That's my partner in crime. You know what I mean? If
facts.
you talking about him, you talking about me, kind of, in a sense.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
you know what I mean? I think Simone was right in saying that, and it's just funny we use social media as this
Right.
canvas to kind of
That's the
put
funny part.
things out, and kind of, and now like it's all known, right? This could have been behind closed doors between two Olympic champions and two former teammates, but now everybody knows. We're talking about it. It's national news. It's the stories out there that's going on at the Olympics, and just like Nobel War Prize said, sounds like hating to me. Like you said, they just won gold, right? Like, how can you hate on somebody who won first place? Now I get it. Was it clean? And was some of the girls outside of Simone not perfect? And the standard from where you come from was that you got to be perfect because that's what it takes to be an Olympic champion. I mean, I guess you know what I
Well,
mean.
now once again, mind you, this is before this is before they went to Paris.
Oh,
So
this is before
yeah,
Paris.
this is before Paris. This wasn't after they won gold. This is what she thought about
Okay.
the team prior to them going, and that's why Simone Biles she tweeted it, or I guess this is tweet or X or whatever it is. She's the one that was saying, she was referencing what she said about the team before they went over here. That's why she say lack of talent, lazy Olympic champions. She's talking about their team. She's saying, yeah, we're lack of talent, lazy Olympic
Oh,
champions. In
so hold on. Did,
response
did
to,
did Simone drop this? And was the
yeah,
video?
Simone dropped that.
So what was the? I saw a video of MyKayla Skinner saying this. Was this?
That
Do
was
you think that
prior to them going to
there
Paris.
was this was prior to them going to Paris?
Yeah, this is prior to them going to Paris.
Oh,
So Simone took that personally as they went over to Paris, and then that was her response, remembering what she said. So she tweeted this. That's why it's from Simone Biles. She's saying, "Oh yeah, we're lack of talent, lazy, but we're Olympic champions." Kind of like throwing it back in her face. And then that's when
mm.
MyKayla blocked her. And then Simone came back and says, "Oh, oops, I've been blocked." And then that's kind of, so it's kind of been like that riff. So this was MyKayla this
Made this
this
public.
this well, MyKayla didn't make it public. Simone made it public. MyKayla
I
actually
mean, I
just
mean
did the
Simone.
interview.
Yeah, right. Simone made it public.
Simone's the one that kind of just like fought back a little bit, like, aha, now you was talking shit, take that,
Yeah.
right? Pretty much take that to the
What
bank.
you think about that? You think
I
that
think
was
it's funny. I
necessary?
think online beefs is funny as hell. I think MyKayla was just voicing her opinion about what she thought about the team, just like we
Yeah.
voice our team, like, say we were looking at the USA team when they were struggling against Sudan and they were like looking like they don't know what they want to do. And we were making a comment before they got to Paris. And we're saying, man, they look lazy. They don't look like they running up and down. They don't look like they're a team. Then the next thing you know, they win gold and then they tweeted like blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I guess it's kind of petty, but that was just that's just her opinion of possibly what she had saw prior to them going to Paris. But hey, you should be more supportive back to what you said earlier. Like, hey,
Yeah.
support these young ladies. Yeah, they may
We
not do it your way,
we
but
spite
hey,
we spiteful people in the United
hell yeah.
States.
We
If
take
you talk,
receipts.
if you gonna talk shit, we're gonna write our notes. We're gonna make sure we remember, and we're gonna make sure that we let you know
Definitely
what,
taking receipts. We definitely taking
what's
receipts
good.
for sure.
Yeah, definitely taking receipts. let me know out there, y'all still watching. Do you feel it was a little petty for Simone Biles, or do you feel it was justified for her to
petty
keep this
LaBelle.
receipt? Yeah, keep that receipt. That was a great word for this. Like I'm gonna keep this receipt for you, baby.
Yeah,
Yeah, all right.
the
I'm
cash.
remember you said that about us before. You ain't give us no blessing.
Nope,
You ain't give us
that's
no
what it is. Yep.
love. You know what I mean? You sit there like, oh, y'all lazy. Y'all don't even put the work in. Up, champion.
And I'm gonna donate to your charity. You know what I'm saying? Like do stuff like that. Like and I'm gonna
Right, right,
donate to
right.
your charity, MyKayla. Okay, take this 37,500 to your
That's
charity.
hilarious. That's hilarious. I didn't know that. I didn't know that it all happened beforehand. I thought this was all like after the fact.
Yeah. Now, if she did that shit after, now that's crazy. Now that's just straight hate. But no, this is before they
Yeah,
went to Paris. This is before it even happened.
yeah. I thought it was after the fact. Damn, I kind of like this picture better. We could have did it like this.
Simone is 4'8", bro. Like she like
No
borderline
way.
4'8",
Four
dog.
eight dog. Is
4'8".
isn't she like married to like a
She's married.
football
Yeah,
player?
he is. Yes, he is.
Yeah. What is he
Can't
like?
think of his
Six,
name. He plays for the Bears.
like six. He's got to be
He's
like
like
what,
6 foot.
6'3"?
Yeah, I think he's like 6 foot six something. He's a cornerback.
Oh, he's 6 foot.
Yeah, I would say around 6 foot 6'2", maybe around there. Maybe
Damn.
5'11". I
Four
don't know.
eight though, bro.
Mhm. She has a
Because
Netflix. She's a
you already know
Netflix
what you're
special.
thinking. You thinking like, how is he tagging at a 4'8"? Right? Am I the only one thinking that? Like, is that me or you didn't think about that
I mean,
yet?
4'8", 4'8". You could
4'8", like yeah,
you
4'8"
could do a
little
lot. You could do a
different.
lot with 4'8". There's a lot going on. And she a gymnast, so she
You can do a
flexible.
lot
She
with. Oh,
could,
all right.
she could
See, you
do.
already
She
thought
could
about it.
do.
Then I
She
ain't the
could do it
only one.
all.
Don't try.
You know, but
Don't try
4'8"
to
is
act
like
like
4'8" is kind of like
he said.
that's
You
a
can
little
do a
that's a
lot
little
with
tiny.
4'8". Yo, yeah. That's hilarious. He said, "Yeah, you can do a lot with 4'8". I bet you
I'm
could."
sure they're having a good time. I'm sure they're having a good time. It's a little odd, but they're having a good time.
He said, "My man said foul.
It is a
Ain't foul.
foul.
It's
Blow that
facts.
whistle. Blow that
No,
whistle.
it's facts. No, it's facts. No flag on the play. Pick up the flag. We picking up the flag. We're picking up the laundry on the field. No way. No way." Speaking of laundry on the field, flag on the play. Training camp is in full swing. NFL football is
Almost
almost
there.
here. And if you guys don't know, yes, we do the gambling show at nights. We talk about obviously a lot of the stories going on. And we try to add in some gambling stories if we can find some that's going on. But the bread and butter is football betting, what we get into. And Wednesdays, our recorded shows for our best bets throughout the week is going to be coming back here shortly. College is soon, right? When's the first game for college, bro?
Well,
Like we
August.
typically don't bet first weeks. We kind of let things kind of sort out, if I'm not mistaken.
Mhm.
Because that's how we typically start. But I mean, the
We
first
got the Hall of Fame game tomorrow, NFL Hall of Fame game. So that's
that's
tomorrow.
so
So
crazy that preseason starting.
that's tomorrow. So that's we right here. We're knocking on the door. Preseason starts tomorrow. Obviously, a lot of the starters won't be playing. I know the Bears already said that no starters will be playing. A
Hmm.
little crazy to me because I would think Caleb Williams will need all the reps he can get. Like even if he's playing a series in the first game, just kind of get some. But it is what it is. Um, but yeah, when we here, bro, we a month away. We less than a month away of,
Yeah.
of kicking the
Yep.
football off. College starts probably like the third week of August.
24th.
There we
24th.
go.
We got
Yeah,
Florida State at Georgia Tech, Montana State at New Mexico,
yeah.
SMU at Nevada, and then your alumni Del State at Hawaii.
Hawaii. Yeah.
Taking the
Salute.
trip.
Hey,
Taking the
Red.
trip.
Yeah,
You know
man. My
what I
buddy keep talking to me saying, "Yo, you coming out here? Coming to Hawaii?" I'm like, "Bro, that's 11-hour flight. Like for a week.
mean?
Like Hawaii is a 2 week to 3 week.
Honolulu, that'd be some love out there, bro. That'd be
For sure.
taking that trip, man. That'd be great.
I
I
mean,
would love to be on Del State
L
right now.
State, hook me up. See if you got a room in that plane. I'll come out there, man.
Yeah, for sure. Just put him in the cockpit with the
Don't put me in the
pilot.
cockpit. Don't put me in the cockpit.
They'll put you in the cockpit. No, you're not feeling that.
We ain't making it if I'm in the cockpit.
That's
'Cause I
funny.
can't fly. Only thing I can fly is on Grand Theft Auto, and I don't think that's what you want.
As bettors, do the season odd future change during preseason before openers? I want to start betting. Absolutely. We typically do our future bets in the beginning, so just make sure our Nobel World Prize. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe to the channel, and you'll see those. We cooked last year, bro. I'm not even like, and we talked about earlier in the show about receipts. With some like the video receipts that they do not lie. We absolutely cooked our future bets. Our future bets on receiver props, our future bets on parlay props, our future bets on season total props, our future bets on division winners. We absolutely cooked, my man. Appreciate you, brother. You know what I mean? Way to hit that subscribe button. If y'all out there too, man, hit that subscribe button. I mean, be a part of the money team. That's what this channel is about. It's about helping people who are getting into gambling or who are novice in gambling, even intermediate, even some experts of learning how to gamble the right way. We both have full-time jobs. We both have families. We both have wives, girlfriends, etc., etc. How do you do this by handling all that responsibility as the man or in women that might be watching the channel? How do you do all that? We show you and we teach you how to do that. Make sure you subscribe. Education videos are dropping weekly. Betting is dropping weekly. I mean, like I said, I want to keep talking up the game, but the proof is in the pudding. The receipts are there, winning week in, week out. Obviously, this is gambling. You will lose, but we show you how to manage your bankroll, know when to kind of pull back from gambling a little bit. Make sure you know how to kind of hit the gas to the floor when you're hot or when we're hot. You don't always have to take all our bets, but at the same time, we show you how to bet, pretty efficiently in a way that will help you make money each year, as using gambling as a side hustle. So that's my little quick spiel about money pot betting.
Right.
So get subscribed, baby. Get
All
subscribed,
facts,
baby.
man. All facts.
We talking about Honolulu.
Hold on, but we don't ask for nothing. We're not asking for nothing.
Oh yeah, there's nothing. I mean,
free game. Just free game.
Yeah, it's free game. Mike. Let me see. Move the John. We got some money pot merch and stuff that we try to keep the lights on with. We got a hat and stuff like that. You know what I mean? That we try to show love for. Got some new shirts coming, bro. New shirts coming.
That's
Cooking
good.
it up. So that will be ready for the start of the season. So, but other than that, this is all free game, bro. Ain't nothing better than free. I mean, because right now I saw a report from a financial statement that McDonald's no longer is catered to lower income. No longer can you go to McDonald's if you're a lower income person and get a meal consistently because it's too goddamn expensive. We talking about the dollar menu. Talking about the dollar menu.
$11.
Dollar menu too expensive. Dollar menu too expensive. Crazy.
Crazy.
All right. It's funny how we talked about Del State and how Hawaii. Let's talk about these quarterbacks getting paid. Mr. Tua Tagovailoa. I think I got that right. Contract extension has been signed. I think it was about 4 years, $212 million. He wasn't the only one who got signed, but we'll talk about him real quick since we're on Hawaii. $93 million in fully guaranteed money. Hasn't really won much, hasn't really done much, but he's part of what Mike McDaniel likes at this moment, and that offense is pure gas. All gas on that offense. Do you think Tua should have been paid that much? Looking at the numbers, the way the contract's broken down, seems like he only got cap hits from 2025 to 2027 at 59, 63, and 45 million. So what that means is that really they're only committing him to the next 3 years. So 2024, this upcoming season, 2025, and 2026, they could potentially move on from him before the 2027 season because they only have a $20 million cap hit, or 2028. His deal is only 12 in terms of his category, average percentage of salary cap at the sign. The cap is always going up, as we know. So, they get him in a pretty decent deal for what, the going rate is for starting quarterbacks. So, with that being said, a lot of haters out there for Tua. Are you one of the haters of Tua?
I can care
And
less.
you care less? If we ain't talking about Eagles green, we ain't talking about nothing, huh?
Yeah. I mean, I think this is the going rate for a starting quarterback. I think he got the
Yeah.
starting rate. I don't think they overpaid him. He didn't break no records,
Okay.
unlike somebody
Right.
else that I would probably
Yeah,
throw a
we'll
little
get
hate
there.
on. But I thought that was about right for him. I mean, that just let us know that we paid Jalen Hurts at the right time at the end of the day.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I
What,
like
what do we pay
Tua,
Jalen Hurts? 180, 186, 187?
something like that. Something like that. I forget.
Right.
I would have to look up his contract.
So I'm happy
Um,
we did what we did. So yeah.
yeah, I like Tua if he can stay healthy, he plays quarterback like a point guard. I asked you this, Nova War. Um, his record against 500 teams is not good, and then his record in cold weather games or things that are under, I believe it was like 60 degrees. I think he's like 2-10. Like it's really, really, it's different. And I know before we had talked about some of what makes up a quarterback, his size. He worked on his body, obviously, so he was able to stay healthy. But his hand size and all that in cold weather seems to be difficult for him. So I don't hate, you know, I'm glad somebody got, some money and got paid. I don't know him. So don't really help me much. But let's
Salute to
talk
him, man.
about it.
Salute to him. I mean, hey, got to the bag, man.
Yeah,
Salute to
yeah.
him. Salute to him.
But let's talk about someone who really got to the bag.
That's crazy.
Historic. He got a historic contract. Mr. Jordan Love got paid. Let me bring it up. Let's talk about where Jordan Love is, and what he's done to get this contract. And I just clicked off my little link, messed me all up. $220 million contract over the last 4 years. Oh, well, I'm sorry, over the next 4 years is the extension. Becomes the highest paid quarterback in the league, up there with Joe Burrow and Trevor Lawrence. He's appeared in 27 regular season games, 18 season, 2 postseason starts. He was the third quarterback in NFL history to post for 4,000 yards and 32 plus touchdowns in his first season, joining Kurt Warner and Patrick Mahomes as the only other two quarterbacks who've done it. He was the first quarterback to help lead Packers to the postseason in his first 4 years as a starter since 1950. And he is one of 4 quarterbacks to rank in the top 10 league in passing touchdowns, passing yards, and touchdown to interception ratio. 42 touchdown passes was the 4th most by a quarterback in his first full season with multiple starts. Only Mahomes and Warner and Dante Culpepper are the only other 3 who do that. He threw for multiple touchdowns with no interceptions in a league high 9 games in 2023, and tied for first with Brock Purdy for the most by a quarterback in his 18 career starts so far. So a lot of stats and a lot of numbers to say that Jordan Love in his first full year as a starter was no fluke. How grateful do you have to be as a Green Bay Packer fan to go from Brett Favre to Aaron Rodgers and now possibly another franchise quarterback and Jordan Love? I don't think I've ever seen that. Like 3 hits. You know what I mean? Like quarterback after quarterback after quarterback, that was a hit, a hit, a hit. You know what I mean? Like you gotta just think about that.
Yeah, that's a good point. Definitely a good point. Are we saying Jordan Love's a hit?
So the funny thing is they got hot late
Or is this
when
an
they went on
investment?
that rush,
Is
that
this an
run.
investment?
I mean, like you said before, I mean, this is the going rate for quarterbacks. And what did they go? They beat Dallas. They beat the bullshit out of Dallas. Who they lose to in the playoffs?
I think you got to read through that contract. Did you read what he got?
I just read his average. No, I didn't really. I didn't read.
It was 220, right?
4 years, 220.
I think it was what 75 to 80 million signing bonus ASAP,
Yeah, I mean that's what they do though. They throw it. It's all up
and
front.
150 of that is guaranteed or something like that.
Yeah,
I mean, hey, he had a great end of the year last year. I think he rose to the occasion. I think he has a good coach, so that helps him out too. So you do have that coach to quarterback tandem that we talked about, throughout this podcast in the past. I'm still on the fence about him, but I guess if this is what you're going to go in and say this is going to be our guy, then salute to him. Hopefully, he is that guy for them and kind of can have a long career. I mean, just think a kid that went to Nevada and now he's is counting that cash. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully he can kind of. I would like to see the brother do well because I support that.
yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm paying him that though. I would need to see more. I would have to Dak Prescott him because I just like only because that I can't just fall in love with 1 year.
I would have to Dak Prescott him. That's fucked up.
Yeah, it is. But I mean, I need you to show me a little more. I need to see a little bit more before I pull this trigger. And
Who did they lose to last year in the
San
playoffs?
Fran, right?
Was it San Fran?
Yeah, because
Was
they
it
beat the
in
Cowboys.
San Fran?
Yeah,
It
it was
had
in
to
San
be in
Fran.
San. It had to be in San Fran.
Yeah, because they beat the Cowboys, and then they were beating San Fran.
I was about to say they were winning against San Fran, weren't they?
Yeah, and then Brock Purdy did Brock Purdy things, and took them back, and next thing you know.
Purdy didn't get paid yet either.
But if you pay Love, you gotta pay Burt. But But see, look, they're gonna wait on Purdy. They're gonna ask for 1 more year from Purdy too. They're gonna see, are you the real deal?
Yeah, they lost 24-7 in divisional playoffs. That was a close game. But I'm
Yeah.
about to bring it up right now. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, it was a
It was
close
up
game.
like
They were they were winning. Yeah, they were
17-10.
winning going into the fourth.
Yeah, like
All the way
17-10,
to the
right?
fourth.
Yep.
Yeah, they were winning all to the fourth, 21-14.
Last 2 drives.
Yeah. Then it was 21-17, and then Christian McCaffrey scored with a
But
minute left. He scored.
Brock Purdy extended the drive with his legs.
Yeah.
He started running. Yep.
Yeah. Love had 2 picks in that joint.
He threw a last. They had the ball last too. They had the ball last. He threw this dumbass dinker over the middle of the field to end the game. This is the guy you just gave $75 million guarantee. I mean, $75 million bonus to, $220 million guarantee to, off of 1 year. I hope he's that guy for you. If not, you're gonna be out there looking like Daniel Jones.
I don't know if he's gonna be Daniel Jones though. That's low. That's worse than
That is-
Dak Prescott.
That is pretty low.
That's worse than just calling him the Dak Prescott treatment. That's crazy. But
That's what I
the
would
man breaking records, getting paid. We know that the salary cap and all this money that's being tossed around with NFL media rights.
Got
and all
one
that
more,
stuff.
man. We got one more that just got tossed around. I think today or yesterday, man. Let's give a salute out to the hometown kid, Philly's
DJ
own
Moore.
DJ Moore, man. MOTEP
Yeah.
grad out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Went over to Maryland, did his thing, and now he's in Chicago. Started in
Getting-
Carolina. They got rid of him and moved over to Chicago, and now he just got paid $85 million guaranteed. I think $110 million on a contract. Man, salute to that young
4
fella.
years, $110 million. I think he was like top 10 now being paid.
Yeah, man. How about that? Salute to that kid.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, he used to come into a store where I used to get the shirt, the money pot stuff merch done.
Mm.
They would do his merch. Like they had a
Okay.
website for him and do his merch
Right.
up in North Philly. Right there
Yeah.
off 22nd and Lehigh.
Listen, Philly not an easy place to come out of, man. It's starting to become a little small factory though for some good players to be professional athletes, whether it's basketball, whether it's football. You're starting to
Yep.
see a lot of guys coming out of Philadelphia and making a stamp in these professional leagues. So a lot of them guys are coming out of MOTEP, you know what I mean? Charter school out of Philadelphia. Some of the best athletes are coming out of there. Obviously, some of the private schools around the Catholic schools too. But salute to these guys that's out here making it happen because they could choose a different direction. And what they're choosing is just kind of stay focused in sports instead of getting caught up in these streets. So salute to these guys, man, making an
I hope
impact.
so. The Nobel War Prize says the Bears betting odds are crazy. Yeah, we're going deep dive in that. We typically don't. We wait for like a couple of the preseason and training camp to get through. I mean, I think we just saw. I think the first injury just kind of happened. No, two O linemen. I think the Broncos had one of their top backups fracture his ankle, and then one of the Bucks O linemen, I think, tore his ACL in practice. So you just want to be careful. There's always a big injury, typically, so we don't want to, rush anything. We'll make sure we'll get those bets out to you guys so you guys can see that for sure. So don't worry too much about that. We always bet, and so we'll have that up and going here shortly. So we talked about Steve Kerr. We talked about Joel. We talked about the Paris Olympics. We talked about Simone Biles and MyKayla Skinner. Obviously, what's going on in the NFL. You got anything else for me, bro? Before we get out of here, a little quick, last minute, quick reactions or anything else that you might have sent me that I might have missed that's popping right now.
Let me take a look real quick. I think we touched on that. I want to just give I wanted to give a shout out to those guys that just got them contracts. Let me see. Did I miss anything?
I think we got everything.
We talked about the NFL is experimenting on the chain game. The new rules.
Yeah, go ahead. Talk about the new rules.
So it looks like the chain game is on its way out the door, possibly in the near future, whether it be next year or sooner. I know they're going to be experimenting it tomorrow during the Hall of Fame game, where there would not be no chain game on the field. The chain gang, for those that don't know, are the people that hold the chains on the side of the field, those big bright orange things that hold the down markers and holds the first down sticks. So they're going to use a technology from Sony that's supposed to be called the Eagle Eye or something like that, or something Sky Eye or something like that, to hopefully give you and make a quicker confirmation of a first down or not. So unfortunately, a lot of those guys that were holding those sticks were like former officials or local people that kind of work with the stadium and work for the officials. They're going to lose their jobs. I mean, hopefully they can find out. And they're usually older people too. Like you see a lot of older guys on the sideline, retirees that were doing that. Unfortunately, it looks like those jobs won't be available no more in the near future. So hopefully they can move those guys somewhere else to do something. But hey, just let you know, why I wanted to make it a point that technology and robots seem like they're going to be the wave soon. So this is the first to really hit football.
What do you think about the new onside rules?
Can you break it down for me? I don't think I remember that one.
Yeah, so the new onside rules have changed. So I don't like them. So now you have to announce where you're going onsides as one of the new rule changes. You can only go onsides if you're losing. As another rule change, and then you can only go on sides in the fourth quarter, which I hate. So you cannot kick on.
What do you mean?
You kick on onside kick.
Oh, onside special teams, onside kick.
Yeah, kick on onside kick. You can only do it in the fourth quarter, which I hate.
Okay, so no surprise onside kicks
no surprise onside kicks.
But also the kick returns are different too, though.
Yeah, I was about to say the kick returns are definitely different with how they have everything kind of situated.
Yeah, they're all bunched up at the top.
They're all bunched up. Yeah.
So I think that's going to be. I think that's what I'm most forward looking. I mean, what I'm looking forward to the most is see how that looks. As special teams and kickoff returns, is that going to be more of an obsolete type of situation? I know the XFL did it. And then
they took it from the FXL.
Right. So I don't know if there was any returns during that.
There was. There has been a couple of returns. I think I saw a couple of returns. Not a lot. But there has been a couple of returns.
Right. So we'll see. We'll see it really quickly. We'll see it in about less than 24 hours now, what it looks like. And yeah. It is what it is, man. The game is getting a little quote unquote safer. But at the same time, they want to add more games. So
yeah, that's coming too.
How about that? 18-week season is on its way. believe that, and yet they want to kind of throw in a bunch of different rules and stuff like that to protect players, but you added 2 more. ga- Make it make sense to me. It don't.
But
Only the dollar bill makes sense.
Humble, I think this one's you. If you go ahead and read that one.
Do you guys see trouble with the new technology? Certain fan bases calling conspiracies if a spot is inaccurate. Wonder how challenging spots will work. That's a good question, Nobel War Prize. You would hope technology would be not tampered with, right? You would hope that we can see something that's showing that it's a first down, like what we see on TV with a marker, and that line is not moved in a fabricated way toward it can help a certain team. But listen, we're in a gambling society right now. There's a lot of money in sports betting. Football is a huge sports betting market. I wouldn't be surprised if things are changing, but I'm going to give my faith in that it'll be more accurate than being more fraudulent. I would hope. And I
Yeah, I
think
don't.
challenging spots will be the same because the ball is going to be where the ball you're challenging a ball spot. You're not challenging the line marker.
So what? So what is it again? Like, is it like a robot making the spot now?
No,
Like,
no, they're going to use like a camera. So I think what's going to happen, I think you're going to still have the first down mark for people on the field. Once again, we'll see this tomorrow. So I don't know exactly how it's going to be, but I'll have more tomorrow once it's done. But I think there's going to be still a marker, like kind of like a line marker. You know how they had the goal post marker, not
yeah,
goal
yeah, yeah,
post,
yeah.
the end zone marker. I think that'll be your marker for your first downs. Most likely it'll be a camera that's going to go straight down that line and multiple other cameras going across some type of line to kind of point where it's a first down or not. You got to be something on the field so players can know what a first down is. So I don't know who's going to hold that or who's moving those things, but it won't be no sticks. So I'll see. We'll see tomorrow. See how it works.
Okay.
I mean, you ain't gonna
Yeah,
have no
yeah.
robots up and down the field. I don't think.
Oh no, 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 no. I didn't like you said. I guess cameras, eye in the sky makes sense of where those markers are. So, but
Right,
it'll be. I
because
didn't
we
see. I
only
didn't.
mind
I
you,
didn't read
people that
about
watch
that.
TV only sees those yellow markers. Like, so the player is going to need to have some type of point of reference to know what a first down is. I don't know what that will be. We'll see tomorrow, though.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Makes sense. All right, I think that's what we got all for the show. Again, if you haven't has subscribed, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. The bets are coming. Go ahead and just make sure you look at channel, find your way around. We got a little bit of everything. We got bets. We got this show with Gambling Nights. We have educational videos as well. Also, on the show now, Bird's Eye View has moved on to another channel called Crack Bell Productions. So if you're a fan of that show, make sure you go ahead and go over to Crack Bell Productions, and you will see Bird's Eye View on that as well. But for myself, Moss Money, for Be Humble, this is Gambling Nights. I hope you enjoyed the show. We will see you guys next week, and we will be starting off the gambling season that we so love so much because everything else has been trash so far. So can't wait to get it popping. Can't wait to get it going. We will see you guys on the next one. Have a good night, everybody.